Good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, whatever it is in your part of the world. You've got a few people in here waiting already. Hello, Judy. Hello, Arlene. Hello, Reverend Joe. Hello, Bev. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Sal. You get your camper towed to your place, Sal? Yeah, I've been in contact with Sal, and he was supposed to get his camper towed to his place today so he can get the fuel pump on it rather than going to that guy's place and messing around there trying to get it done. It's always a lot easier to work on something when it's home. Well, yesterday I had a few people show up, got a little work done. Judy Jules and the Big Italian were both here. Reverend Dream and Tammy Dreamsteaders, they were both here. And Drew's Lens showed up. So we're able to get the kitchen fully operational, except for the dishwasher. There was a drain line missing for that. And Drew's going to go to the hardware store and see if he can find what I need there. And the contractors had put the door that used to be on the bedroom that I had Mike take off when he put the HVAC system in because it was blocking the airflow. Well, the contractors put that in the closet and blocked my air filters in there. So I couldn't change air filters in the HVAC system. So we got that door out of there so I get to the filters and get that changed. Got my desk in here, which was the one that I thought was a roll top desk because someone had told me that it was a roll top desk. Well, it's not a roll top desk, but it's a very nice desk. So I'll be putting that to good use. I'm not sure about the couches because there's not going to be room in the living room for a couch like I had originally planned, one of them in the living room and one in the cat room. So we'll have to see about them. And then there's a couple dressers in there, but because of Red Wasp, they weren't able to get them out. So once we get the wasp taken care of, then we can get them out. Well, let's see who else came in here. Hello, Carol. Carol, did you see my message I left in someone's live the other night for you? I have all my lives scheduled for the month. So if you go to my channel and go to lives, you click notify me on each one of them. And if you click notify me, you should get a notification for every live. But if you just have all notifications for my channel clicked, then you won't get all notifications. Yep, I know you'll be working on that bus now, so. Oh, definitely you want to check it over. You don't want that breaking down halfway here. Hello, Lee. Did I say hello to you, Rebecca? I think I did, but just in case, hello, Rebecca. Hello, Tony. Okay, that is your handle. Yeah, I didn't tag you in the post today because I wasn't 100% sure. Because there's more than one big Italian. I wasn't 100%. Oh. Okay, hopefully I'm back. That was Rose. I couldn't grab her quick enough. She was over here, jumped on the keyboard, jumped down over there, and then went back over there. So she did it just to be annoying. But as I was saying, I was going to tag you in that, Tony, in my community post, but I wasn't 100% sure if the big Italian 1959 was you. So now I know for sure it is. Look at that lazy cat. I believe it's Teddy. I'm assuming you're talking about the one on the cat tree with its leg hanging off the side. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Teddy. Ways Lane, I can't tell for sure, but it's one of the long-haired ones. I know Daisy's over there, so it's not her. Nope, no oranges, Reverend Joe. Hello, Charlene. Yep, that should do it, Carol. If you click notify me, then you should get the notification. Hello, J&B. Yep, 5 good-hearted folks showed up. Hello, Rose. Hello, Rick. Well, thank you, Rose. Yep, I'm settled in here, Charlene. Cats are too. It took Dixie a while to feel comfortable. And for any of you that don't remember, Dixie's the one with bad eyesight. And this is biggest house she's ever lived in. So it was an adjustment for her. But she seems to have it figured out now. In the last few days, she's been right out here all the time, laying on the arm of my chair, in my chair. Right out here with the other cats. So she finally got comfortable. Okay, Rebecca. Sometimes I just can't remember. I don't want to miss anyone. Yep. Rose knocked me off for a minute there, but got it back. Yes, Charlene, I love this house. And the cats are loving it too. Yeah, they went from about 300 square feet to 750 square feet. Hello, Kay. Well, thank you. Yeah, cats are loving these cat trees too. Got one in each corner behind me. I can't get them both on camera unless I put the camera all the way back, and then it'll be too far for me. Well, actually, I might be able to move my chair more towards the other wall. But I am going to set things up differently in here eventually. And I'll be using my desktop computer. Hello, Steffi. Give you a rank. Yeah, I'm live every Sunday at 5:30 Central, and then every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central. Smokey grabbed her before she went across the keyboard and shut me off again. Hello, Stephen. Well, I make room for 5 more cats, Joe, but I don't think you're going to be bringing me any cats. Because it's long ways from Iowa when your car's not running. Hello, Jim. Hello, Joanne. Now, you're fine. Better late than never. Better late than never. Darn right it's getting cold. This is colder than our average temperature middle of January should be. Oh, thank you, Kay. Yeah, I like that color too. Actually, out of all the colors, there are 5 or 6 colors to choose from. It was between that and a darker gray. Those were the only 2 that I really liked. But I thought the lighter gray would be nice. Yep, I got my song in there this week, Steffi. I haven't been too consistent on that, but got it this week. And hopefully I can get one in there every week now. Is Eddie in here? See, someone said hello, Devil Dog. I'm not seeing him. If he's in here. Yeah, if you're in here, Eddie, I'm not ignoring you. I am not seeing any comments from you. Yep. It was a good time, Judy. We gotta set a date for the Christmas party. I was thinking about that today. Here we are almost to the middle of November. So we gotta get that figured out pretty quick. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's Teddy on the tree, Reverend Joe. Hello, Emily. Of course he did, Emily. It's New York. You always have weird weather in New York. Tell you what, today and tomorrow isn't warm here. Then the 40s today, gonna be 40s tomorrow, 20s at night, and then Tuesday it's gonna be 70. Hello, John. Yeah, Eddie is not showing up to me at all. Let's see if he's showing on StreamYard. Yes, I saw that, John. Must be quite a bit of snow up there. Oh, he was earlier? Well, I'm going to hear about it then. Well, I must have missed him. Okay, Joanne. Eddie locked himself in the bathroom? The bathroom where all the snacks are, Judy? You know, Sal wants to thank everyone that donated so he could get that bus. I'm not sure if the ones that donated GoFundMe are in here or not. But when he gets down here, I'll make sure that he's able to meet them in person. Well, I wish it was going to be 29 here tonight. We're actually saying mid-20s. And I think colder than that in the northern part of the state. But just going to be 2 days and it's going to warm back up again. But the thing is, this is colder than it should be right in the middle of January. Yep. Emily's in New York also. She's just north of New York City. Well, Judy, I put sweatpants on today. I still got to find my hoodies, get them ready for winter. They're over in the other house. Got to dig them out, get them washed up, have them ready. I didn't stay outside long today. Chickens had water from yesterday, so good enough. Just gave them some food because they were out of food. Then tomorrow, well, the wind was blowing terrible when I was out there. So I'm hoping maybe tomorrow wind won't be blowing so bad. Hello, Candace. Hello, Anne. Hello, Farmall and Fords. Yeah, we're not supposed to have snow here, but parts of the state are. Yeah, make sure you got enough money for fuel, Sal, because I know that's not going to be cheap. You're talking from where you are, I think it's around 1,200 miles. And a bus doesn't get the best mileage, and pulling a camper is going to be even worse. So, well, yeah, Emily, China gets snow. They have some very high mountains in China. They regularly get snow. Hello, John. Oh, that's nice, Judy. I got some of it in, Anne. I got the desk in here that I really wanted in here. They couldn't get the dressers in here yesterday. And I've got to get out to the shed and take another look at the couches, how big they are and stuff. Because I'm not going to have room in the living room for a couch like I'd planned on. but I should have room in the cat room for the one I planned on putting in there. And I'll have to get that cleaned up because I guess they got dirty sitting out there in the shed. Well, I guess I'm at the bottom of the cat now. No coffee tonight. I get warmed up some of my Arizona tea. I'm drinking that. That was easier than making coffee. Yeah, I know what you mean, Joanne. I always try not to miss anyone. Now, Smokey's right here in the arm of the chair. I know you can't see her. And Candy Cane's right here on my leg. Yeah, Candy Cane is with me all the time. She does not like it when I get up. Hello, Ryan. Yes, Emily. Yeah, Peaceful Des is celebrating her birthday and getting her house paid off on her live Friday night. Um, well, what's been going on? Well, I just been trying to get stuff organized in the house. That's still a work in progress. On Thursday, I took 3 of the kitties to the vet. Felix was supposed to go for his vaccinations, but it was a little early because the one at the front desk wanted to schedule one appointment for Felix and Sweetie. So that meant scheduling Sweetie a little bit late and then Felix a little bit early. Well, when I got there, the vet said it was too early for Felix. It had to be at least 3 weeks. And it had only been a little over 2 weeks. I think 16, 17 days. So I had to reschedule him. And Sweetie, I was sure she wasn't going to be able to get her vaccinations between being sick and the medicine that she just had a couple of days earlier. And that was what it was. So she's going to have to be rescheduled. But Smokey was able to get her first set of vaccinations. So she's taken care of now. Then I think it's this week. I rescheduled Felix for. Yes, Felix is scheduled for Thursday. Because then that will put him to between 3 and 4 weeks. And then I'll have to get Sweetie rescheduled for hers. Let me see. Sweetie can go anytime from December 2nd on. Because it's got to be 4 weeks since she had her antibiotic and steroid shots. And then I'll probably schedule Smokey for her second shots at the same time. Because that would be just about the right time frame for Smokey. And I think Sweetie's getting a little bit better now. It took a few days for the antibiotic to start taking effect. And it's a 2-week antibiotic. But she seems to be coughing and sneezing less now than she was. So that's definitely a good sign. Oh, the chickens are doing good, Emily. I did have one of the youngest chicks died the other day. And then several of the guineas died. The youngest guineas that I had out there. They were crowded in the brooder, and I think they stampeded and trampled a few of them. But guineas are very, very difficult to keep alive. Nope, I don't have any turkeys, Judy. I think the ones that look weird are the guineas. Hello, Brett. Behave, Brett, or I'll time you out. Yep, that's right, Ryan. Brett being Brett. Yep, they got a lot more room now, Joanne. I got the floor of the chicken coop painted last week. So now, gotta get the ramp built so I can get in there. And then get the roosting bars put up. And then I can put all the chickens in there. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Wanda. You know, Brett, I should make Deborah a managing mod so she can time you out. I bet you she would. Yep, it will be cool, Judy. Yeah, it's a 10 by 16. So, not a whole lot of chickens. And there's going to be room enough in there. So I'll build an enclosure for younger birds. So they'd be right in the coop with the bigger ones. I figured she would, Brett. And I bet you she's the only one. You're the only one she would time out, too. Hey, Teddy. Wanna come up here? Here, Teddy. No. Gonna get Teddy up here so you can see him up close, but he wants to go up on the desk, but not quite sure how to get up there. He's thinking. He's looking around to see what else he can jump onto, so then he can jump over onto the desk. And then he just jumps up there anyways. Yeah, I've been jumping from my computer stand over to the desk, from the desk to the computer stand. Leave those wires alone. He's looking up behind the TV now to see what wires he can pull out. There you go, Deborah. That'd be a good reason. Yes, Emily. Just like earlier when Rose knocked me right off. She jumped up across my keyboard, jumped down the other side, and then turned and went back over, ended up a foot from where she was originally. But she had to go, well, she probably went 6 feet to get that 1 foot away. Oh, it may happen, Brett. Yeah, I won't be able to do it myself, Judy. Yeah, I planned on hiring Hunter to do it. Because I don't know if I can get a bunch of people together. Yep, I got moved in, Wanda. I've been in here for about a week and a half. Yep, Deborah, it looks like Mick has some big plans for you. The coop's not ventilated yet, but it's gonna be. I'm gonna be putting some vents in it. And I'm gonna put pine shavings on the floor. They're doing good, Deborah. The ones that hatched out last week are all still alive, which really surprises me. Because I've never hatched out Keats or even bought the Keats and had them all survive for over a week. That is unheard of. And nothing with those other eggs. Hello, Des. Yep, Wanda, nice and cozy in here. Constant 65 degrees all the time. Hello, Eddie. Well, thank you for mentioning that, Reverend Joe. And yes, I'm going to second that. Big thank you to everyone that helped. Well, actually, Ann, you're not supposed to use hay with chickens. They prefer straw. I could get some straw. I might do that. Might have to end up reclining the chair. No, Reverend Joe. There's don't go on the laptop, Sanford. Good boy. Yeah, there's some pretty strict requirements for the fencing for those other two dogs. So I haven't got that done yet. Yep, Judy. You got to meet a couple new people yesterday, didn't you? Well, they say that one thing with hay is they say hay will mold when it gets wet, which it will. And also, it doesn't have the, it doesn't have the insulating qualities of straw either. But it's about the same price. So I can just get, I'll actually be getting some straw anyways for the dogs, which I didn't get any for tonight and tomorrow night because they're spending all the time under the house. Well, not all the time, but when it's cold, they're going to be under there. Because I don't have their doghouse over here yet. So when I get the doghouse over here, I'll be getting some straw to put in there. And that won't take a full bale, so I can put that in the coop and maybe get another bale of straw besides. Yeah, I might do that. I might put straw in for the winter. And then have shavings in there during the summer. You know, Stephen, I had a weird suggestion today, which I didn't really mind. I subscribed to the channel. But I've been watching Everything Autos. It's a towing company out of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And they do a lot of illegal tolls. National Park Service calls them for cars that are parked where they don't belong, blocking trails, and some of them just park right in the road. They had an ambulance blocked one day, guy was having a heart attack, and it was an extra hour before they could get to the guy because of the car being parked there. And of course, police call them for accidents and stuff. And they video everything, put it on YouTube. I've been watching them. Then today I had a recommendation from a small channel. They only had 49 subscribers. It was 3 kids. I would say 2 of them are probably teenagers and one a little bit younger. And they videoed their vacation in Pigeon Forge, I think it was. And I figured they must have recommended that because I've been watching everything autos and it's right there in the same area. Even though it's different content, it was in the same area. But two things. Recommending a channel that small was unusual. And the content. Like I said, it worked out because I ended up subscribing to them anyways. That's a tough one, Deborah. No matter what day you pick, it's not going to work out for someone. Well, Emily, it'd be very difficult to get enough newspaper, and newspaper really wouldn't serve much of a benefit in a coop. Well, if it's the right piece of land, you can get a valley, a ridge, and flat space on a pretty small piece of property, Joe. It all depends on the lay of the land. Brett, is that supposed to be a sale update? I think it probably is. Well, Sal got his bus towed to him today. So now he can work on getting the fuel pump on it. And he just wants to check it all over real good. Make sure there's no other issues where he might break down on the way down here. So hopefully that all goes good and he'll be on his way soon. Because he was gonna go to the guy's house that he bought it from. But the guy offered to tow it to his house. Or his camper, I should say. So he went ahead and just paid the extra money to let him tow it there because now he's got it at home and he can get to work on it whenever he's got a few minutes. And considering it's snowing in New York right now and he wanted to be out of there before winter, I think it's going to be pretty soon. And he was in here earlier thanking everyone for the help. Well, that's okay, Judy. I'm lost in space. I don't blame you there, Reverend Joe. Never have lived in a city and wouldn't ever want to live in a city. Yep, I'm sure that eventually you'll find a vehicle that'll work out for you, Reverend Joe. I know sometimes it takes time. Well, you know, Brett, Christmas is coming up quicker than you think. I'm sure he would love to be here by Christmas. Hopefully it will work out. You know, Brett, I don't agree with much that you say. Just kidding. But I do agree with that. All the good people need to leave New York. No, I haven't checked in a couple of days. I've been trying to find Christmas music on the radio, Deborah. That should have been on a week ago. I checked Sirius XM, nothing. I've scanned through all the local radio stations around here several times, nothing. So I have to check again tomorrow. I can't remember what station it is that goes to all Christmas music this time of the year. I was thinking it was 107 point something. Yeah, I was hoping I could find something on Sirius XM because then you don't have to worry about having it fade in and out. I love that satellite radio. Yeah, I got a little story to tell about that. Well, when I got the car, it had a subscription from the previous owner. Well, after 2 or 3 months, that expired. So I went online to see how much it would be. Well, I found out it'd be $4.99 plus tax. So it came to 5 something. And only good for 12 months. So I got it. Forgot my promotional deal expired. I got charged $27 and something a month or so ago. Well, I didn't want to pay that much. So I went to the website to cancel it. And it pops up that they'd let me continue it for $5.99, I think it was. I think it's $6.50 with tax. So I think $5.99 a month for another 12 months. Sure, I'll do that. Don't know how long it's to go on for, but if I only got to pay $5, $6 a month, I'll keep that indefinitely. Yeah, I always like to combine Christmas and Thanksgiving. I like to keep the Thanksgiving theme, but add some Christmas into it. Then after Thanksgiving, then 100% Christmas. And City of Waldron is putting up their Christmas decorations. They have their big Christmas tree up in the park. And they've got some of the decorations up on the streets. And I see there's at least one resident has their yard all decorated with Christmas stuff. You know, the last store I worked at, I can't remember when we started Christmas music. I think it was a few days after Thanksgiving, if I remember right. Like maybe the Monday of the following week. And that had to be played right straight through until Christmas. Because if the owner came in, because it was the owner's requirement. The manager didn't have any say in it. Other than she was told to enforce it. And some of them like to change the channel. But if the owner came in, there wasn't Christmas music playing. It'd go right back to Christmas music, and then he'd start questioning people. Why wasn't that on Christmas music? Yeah, I am going to recline this chair a little bit. There. Well, oh, yep, I see him now, looking on here. That was Teddy. Just got down, and Sanford's up the top. And I don't know, you can see him. I'm not able to see him on my phone. But Lily is in the bottom cave. Right there. You might not be able to see him. And being dark colored, but he's in there. Then the other tree, which is on camera. Got one of the black ones. Most likely it's Fluffy. And I'm going to say Dino. And then one of the caves Looks like Felix. Okay, there's Daisy on the floor. So yes, that'd be Felix up there then. Yeah, I gotta, when I get King over to my computer, my desktop computer, I'll try to get the camera set up so it can catch both of these cat trees. Yeah, Sanford shows up good on that cat tree. His orange kind of blends into the walls, but his white sticks right out there. Watch your mouth, Tony. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that store. I don't go in the store anymore at all. I haven't been inside a Walmart in probably 2 years. And I've only been in there handful of times in the past 10 years, probably. I do occasionally do a pickup order. But I think next week I'm going to make a trip to Aldi's. And I'll order a few things I haven't shipped here from Walmart. Like last night, I ordered a dish drainer to set on my shelf by the sink. Amazon had them, but like $15, $20 for the ones Amazon had. Walmart had one for $4.96. So I ordered it from Walmart. That's supposed to be here tomorrow. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Wanda. Wait until after the 11th. Yeah, I know what you mean, Joanne. But I like the true meaning of Christmas and the decorations and stuff. Yep, for now, anyways, Brett. Um, that's got 2 on it. It's got 3. Yeah, I think the first one I got. Yeah, it is. It was that first one I got because it was laying on the floor before this one even got put together. They already ripped one off. There's Rose, Domino. Yeah, they love those cat trees. Yeah, Emily, some people don't like Aldi's, but I've always had good luck there. Hi, Candy Cane. How you doing, Candy Cane? You want to come up here? Then everyone can see you. How about that? Hmm? There you go. I know, Brett. You say that every time you see me. Well, Emily, I know some people don't like that it isn't name brand stuff, but the thing is, a lot of it is name brand stuff that they just have a contract with the manufacturer to put their label on it. And there's certain items that they don't have, or some stuff they may have certain times of the year and then they don't have it again. Kind of what it was my mom was looking for one time. Something she needed for some of her bacon. And she couldn't find it, asked about it because she'd bought it there before. Oh, well, we only carry that around Thanksgiving and Christmas because that's when it sells the best. Yes, J&B. Yep, sure will. Yeah, the landlord doesn't want any recognition. Hello, Jonesy. The only problem I have found with the food, Emily, is the produce isn't always the greatest. But other than that, everything else I've always found to be good quality. Yep, I'm going to be eating a lot more bacon now. And another thing that I just ordered is a container to keep bacon grease in. It's got a strainer in it and stuff. So then I can use bacon grease for cooking and flavoring, whatever I need it for. Yep, Wanda. Our Thanksgiving's about a month and a half later than yours. Yeah, don't have anything to be thankful for in Australia. No, thank you, Wanda. Tried scallops once, and that was one time too many. You know, Judy, I actually had that saved for later on Amazon and forgot about it. And when I was watching Dr. Berry's video today, that reminded me. I never bought that. I saved it for later, never bought it. So I went right then and bought it. Gonna be here Thursday. I love sweet potatoes. I just wish they weren't so high in carbs. The second Monday in October, Emily. The same day as Columbus Day is here. Nope, no oysters either. Never heard that before, Reverend Joe. What, am I the only one that never heard that before? Hello, Shawnee. Yeah, I got some hot dogs. I got some I guess we'll put in the freezer. And bought them to feed people. And then Judy brought food. And I bought some mac and cheese too. I'll save that for the Christmas party. Won't be any work that day, so maybe I can get a few more people to come. Yeah, I've never craved oysters. I'll make an omelet, Emily. I don't have to cook dinner tonight. Take it out of the refrigerator and put it in the microwave. Dill egg salad doesn't sound bad, Wanda. There's not much seafood that I can say I really like. Haddock is one thing that I do really like. You Wanda, my mom used to grow dill in her garden to use in her dill pickles, and I'd pick a little bit off, not not a lot. I'd still leave most of it there. Just take off a little piece here and there and eat it. That was really good. Yes, Jamie, that'd be a good idea. Then we can just get rid of that day that I don't really want to say celebrated, but the day it's on the calendar in October here now. Oh, dill is good, Emily. Yeah, I was gonna get some chicken yesterday. Sharps had their monthly meat sale. They had boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.99 a pound. But when I was in Waldron in the morning, I didn't want to take the time to go get it then. I had intent to go back in the afternoon, but I was too tired. So I ended up not making it there. I've got some chicken breast in the freezer. But that was a good price, so I was going to grab some. Oh, I done something bad, Reverend Joe. Hey, Felix, you came halfway up. Come on. Come the rest of the way up. Hey, Felix. Come on. Come on, Felix. Well, you're not Felix, but I got Rose. I was after Felix. They love me. So don't jump on my laptop. Who got on the cat tree? Lily, Domino, Sanford. One over there. Fluffy. Dino. I think that's Sweetie up at the top. And maybe Oreo. I think that's him. Yeah, I think so. No, there's Oreo in there. I don't know. No, Felix snuck over there. Daisy's down on the bottom. Oh, I guess no, they're loving these cat trees. You know, Emily, my mom used to make salmon patties. She'd use a can of the canned salmon, and I can't remember what she added to it. But she added a few things to it, and then baked them. They weren't too bad. I didn't particularly care for the salmon straight out of the can. But when she got done making her salmon patties, they weren't bad. Y'all beets are any good for. I'll agree with that, Reverend Joe. The only thing beets are good for is the beet juice that they put on the roads. Yep, Domino's there now. Yeah, Joanne, any raw seafood or raw fish anything like that? Absolutely not. Considering most of it I won't even eat cooked, definitely not eating it raw. No, Wanda, I haven't yet. Yeah, I've been trying to get some stuff done, and it's just been getting the best of me. I bought a few things for the house, trying to get them put up, put together, whatever needs to be done. Tony got my newest cat tree together for me last week. In fact, that's the one that you're seeing behind me here. I got a couple clocks. Tony put one up yesterday, and I haven't decided where I'm going to put the other one yet. Well, I know I want it in the kitchen, but I just haven't figured out exactly where I want it in the kitchen. You have a couple ideas. I may just try it in one spot, see if I like it there. And one thing I did to make my life a lot easier, I know a lot of people have been telling me that I should switch to pine pellets instead of pine shavings for the cat litter. Well, I made the change because they were making such a mess with the shavings. And the shavings are light, so they'd step on the edge of the litter box, tip it over. Well, I went to pine pellets now. The only problem with the pellets is they're not burying it. And it looks like I'm going to have to change the pellets every day instead of every 3 days. So what I'm going to do is just barely cover the bottom with pellets and then just change them every day. I think in the long run, I'll be able to make that work a lot better. Y'all get something out this week, one way or another. Hello, Katie. Yeah, I was looking into that, Brett, when Mitch was talking about it. And he's right, it's not cheap. To buy it by the gallon, I don't know what the difference is, but I see on Amazon By the gallon, it ranges anywhere from $100 to $150 a gallon. And the smaller bottles, they're like $20, $30. Yeah, Reverend Joe, that's Brett's name for it. It's Brett, do you actually remember the actual name for that stuff? I could look it up pretty easy. It should be right here in my history. DMSO. Yeah, if you actually search DMSO, it will come up. That's what it's sold as on Amazon. Yeah, I'd never heard of it until Mitch and Brett were talking about it today. Yep, that's what I'm going to do, J&B. The shaving I was getting away with every 3 days, what I would do is, because that they were digging through and burying it and stuff, and usually on the second day, I would add another layer of shavings to it, and then on the third day, completely empty it out and put fresh in. But this, they're not digging through it. They're just doing their business on top. So I'm only putting like an inch or so in, then dumping it out every day, and then put fresh in. You'll be okay, Joanne. Because good food's got to go on one end before the stuff comes out in the litter box on the other end. Here's Oreo. He came up to visit. Who's playing with my foot? I think it might be Smokey, but I'm not sure. Or could be Felix. Yeah, I gotta cook up some of my T-bones. I gotta pack you 2 T-bones in the freezer. Oh yeah, Brett. I had a beagle that used to clean the litter box for me. Hey, Teddy. I do, Wanda. I have a bigger charcoal grill, but I like a propane grill. I have got a small propane grill. I can put a couple burgers on that at a time. Yeah, I should do that, Brett. Another place that's got meat is Ed Service Center. The last time I was at Ed's, I think all they had that time was pork, but he said they were going to be getting some beef then. Because the owner had some beef that he was going to process soon. Well, it's not cheap, Wanda. Let me look something up here. Um, well, bottom round rump roast, $7.98 a pound. Bone-in Kansas City strip steak, $13.98 a pound. Whole tri-tip, $7.98 a pound. Guess that's all I'm going to see right here. Yep, that's it. Lily, what you doing? You know, the T-bones that I have in the freezer, I think they were $6.97 a pound when I got them. Regularly, they're more. They were on sale that day. Feed the man meat. I'll agree with that, Jonesy. Yes, Emily, he is. First Siamese I've ever had. Yeah, I know you can't see them, but Lily's in my lap here. Candy cane's wedged in between my leg and the arm of the chair. And Oreo's over here on the arm of the chair. And when I go to bed, it's anywhere from 6 to 8 cats between on me, wedged in between me and the arm of the chair, on the arm of the chair, and on the back of the chair. So when I have it reclined, 3 of them can sit on the footrest. Okay, you have a good night, J&B. Well, I think we're going to stop talking about food, Joanne. I've been on here almost 2 hours. And I think it's about time to end this. Because I need to go to Reverend Dream's channel and see how my song's doing tonight. I made a song, and it's going to be on there. Yeah, I hate that he starts at 6 o'clock when I start at 5:30. Because I always miss about 3/4 of it. Well, go to Reverend Dream's channel and find out, Eddie. You'll never know unless you go to his channel and find out. Yeah, that's the wrong time, Emily. That's in the future time. The real time is 7:22. Everything's based off Central Time. Then everyone else is either in future time or it's in past tense. I know you already. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll have another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. And like I promised Wanda, I'll have a video out on the house sometime this week. One way or another, I'll do it. And also, I'm going to be calling Queen Wilhelmina tomorrow and hopefully get a discount code. Because they've opened reservations now for the time when the meetup's going to be. And I should be able to get a discount code. That's what the one at the front desk told me when I talked to them. They gave me the number of the one in charge of that. And I'll be giving her a call and seeing about that. And then I got to get down there and get the video done because I want to do a video when the leaves are changing. Got a lot to do, but hopefully I can get it done. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.